Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again at Mystic Fitness. My name is Kelly Mays, and I will be guiding you through this sunny Sunday morning class. I hope you guys are all healthy, happy, and excited to move. We'll run through a couple of announcements as you guys are joining in. So, as you guys know, we come live to you every morning through our Facebook and as well as our Instagram. So we're using these two platforms to allow this practice to kind of reach everybody. Some people like Instagram, some people like Facebook. So if you have family members that are looking for a yoga flow, send them our way. All of our videos are archived on our Facebook page, and we're introducing now our YouTube channel. So Amy mentioned this yesterday if you guys were tuning in for our class on Saturday morning. So we just started a YouTube channel. So this is a way that if you don't really like having a social media presence on Facebook or Instagram, you can still enjoy the classes through YouTube. You don't need to have any sort of social media presence on YouTube to enjoy these. That being said, we would absolutely love if you guys could go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like our videos, take a look at what we got there. We have our chakra videos. So we did 7 nights of chakras. Those are all posted up there. And we're slowly starting to bring some of our Facebook Live videos and transition them onto our YouTube. So this is such a great opportunity for us to grow even more and spread even more content to the community. And of course, we're always looking for inspiration. So if you guys are looking for any specific videos, postures, meditations, I mean, you name it, we'll do it. So think of it as your personal virtual studio. Tell us what you want to see, and we're happy to provide that for you. And then our last, my mom's tuning in. Hi, mom. Gotta shout out mom, you know? Our last announcement as well is our masks. So we have our Venmo set up, Mystic Fitness Venmo, and we are delivering handmade masks for the donations being made. So make your donation, get a mask. They're reusable. They have this wonderful elastic band, and we are so thankful to Mary Beth um, for providing us with these wonderful masks. And if you have family members that maybe have no interest in yoga but need a mask, send them our way. We'd love to see them. We'd love to get them a mask. We'd love to protect them and keep them safe and healthy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So grab your mats, get cozy. It's time to move on this Sunday morning. We'll start in a seated position, but if you prefer to lay down to kind of ground to start, you can go ahead and lay down. So we got all of our regulars, Marty, Mary Ellen. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate your support. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Again, inhale and exhale. Allow your breath to just kind of take over for the next couple moments. Allowing this grounding process to kind of calm the mind, start to quiet any repetitive thoughts or anxieties. It's so easy for us to become disconnected to the world around us and kind of just get a little stuck in your own repetitive thoughts or patterns, habits. And this practice and this meditation gives us an opportunity to kind of break those patterns, break those repetitive cycles. We get separated from this Mother Earth, and we think that we are different. But the comforting reality is that you are nature. You are part of this Mother Earth. You are just as divine as the tallest mountain or the deepest part of the ocean. You are the valley and the hills. The seaside and trees. And this is part of this collective consciousness that Amy was talking about yesterday in her class. We are all connected. There's such a overwhelming sense of comfort in that, knowing that you're not alone. Just taking a moment to show gratitude towards this. Taking another deep breath in as you slowly start to reawaken. Expanding the chest, maybe moving the limbs a little bit to get your body, your physical body, kind of back to this here and now. And bringing the palms over your chest. Taking a moment to understand where you are this morning or whenever you're tuning in. And tuning into what you need. And taking this practice wherever you want. Doing what feels best for your body and making sure you move in a safe way. We'll begin our class with a collective vibration, a sound of Om, starting with a cleansing breath to prepare in and out. And for Om. Have a wonderful practice. With the inhale, let's circle sweep the arms up. Just find some movements throughout the wrist. I'd actually like for you guys to transition, if it's okay for your body, to sit onto the heels. So you're coming into this hero pose. And if it's not okay for the body, consider placing a block or pillow underneath the tush. And just roll the wrists out here. Give them a good shake. And then bringing the hands in front and kind of taking some stretches through the wrists. So pointing those fingertips towards the knees and just slowly lowering them. So this becomes a little bit more intense as you sink back and a little less intense if you kind of push your weight forward a little bit. So maybe you just alternate between a couple of those movements. And then we'll flip the palms, but the fingertips are still facing the knees. Palms are lifted up towards the sky, and just take that same kind of rocking. Releasing and giving them a good shake. And then I'd like you to reach up onto your knees. So we're reaching the tush up off. Inhale, circle sweep the arms, reach up. And then with the exhale, just kind of bringing the hands towards the lower back, either interlacing them or just placing them on the sacrum. Finding a gentle little heart opening, gazing up. And then with the exhale, opening the arms into a T and pulling the fingertips towards one another as you tuck the head towards the chest. Inhale, open it up. Maybe the hips press forward. And with the exhale, curling in. Finding one more here. Inhale, spread the arms, open the chest. And exhale, curling in. Transitioning into our table pose. And as we get there, I'd like for you guys, if you have the props in your house, to have some sort of block-like prop at each end of your mat. So one towards the front of the mat and one towards the back of the mat. So those will be for later. Inhale, arching the spine as you drop the chest, gaze up. Exhale, curling the spine, looking towards the belly as you push the floor away. Inhale, open and arch. Exhale, curl and round. Let's find a couple more of these. Starting to drop into the sensations being experienced in the body. So because we use our mental body as our guide, so we're constantly kind of in the mind thinking about things, start to make these movements a little bit more organic. We usually go towards the mind to figure out what the body needs to do. But what I'm asking you here is to listen to the sensations being experienced in your body. So that's kind of like the dialogue that you have between your breath and movement. Eventually finding some big hip circles, rotating your pelvic bowl around your mat. And then taking these in opposite rotation. Taking some back and forth presses, maybe sinking the hips back, finding a quick little child's pose. And then opening up towards the front, finding a nice and gentle up dog. So just finding these motions here. If you prefer to tuck the toes under, that might be a little bit more supportive for the knees. And then eventually we'll come back to our proper table pose. And I'm just going to switch myself around so you guys can see what we're going for here. So we're going for an extended table by reaching that right leg back, but then I'm going to reach it over towards the left. Take an inhale, gaze might reach over towards the left shoulder. And with the exhale, pulling the right knee over towards right elbow. Inhale, reach it back over towards the left. Find that side body stretch through the right side. Exhale, right knee towards right elbow. Finding this motion here, inhale, open it up for that side stretch. Exhale, curling right knee towards right elbow. We'll find 3 more of these. So as well as strengthening our core and leg muscles, we're also finding that beautiful side stretch, and we're using this momentum to kind of open up the hip a little bit. Here's our last one. And then returning back to your table pose, drop the hips over towards the right and then over towards the left. Coming back to your proper table pose, let's take that to the other side. So the left leg extends back and then over towards the right. Gaze might come over towards the right shoulder. Find that side stretch through left side body. Inhale, exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Inhale, open it up, stretch in that side body. Exhale, curl that knee towards your elbow. Last 4 here. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, pull it in using that core connection and glute strength. 3 more. Last 2. Use that breath. And last one here, side stretch and exhale, knee to elbow. Returning back to your table pose and then just sinking the hips back to your child's pose for 2 breaths here, in and out. Returning back into your table pose, taking any little organic movements here that feel good. And then we'll find a flat back. Let's activate our core a little bit here by tucking the toes under and lifting the knees to just a hover. Starting to understand that corset-like feeling in your abdominal region. So breath is moving fluidly, but that belly button is pulling in towards the spine. Last big breath here. With the exhale, hips come up and back for your first downward facing dog, where we're going to pedal our feet out, bending and extending through the knees. And maybe the heels are moving together, or maybe they're alternating, pressing back and down, and then peeling up onto the tippy toe. And sometimes in our downward facing dog, we're so focused on kind of stretching our hamstrings that we forget about our upper body. So I want you to spread the fingers wide so the hands are active into the ground, and roll those shoulders down and away from the ears so you can shake your head yes and no. From here, let's start to fire this up a little bit. Inhale, bending the knees to your bent knee dog, hips pull up and back. Exhale, plank. Finding a couple more of these here, firing up those inner thighs and using that core connection to move you through these postures. Last one. Holding in your plank pose. Really keep those fingers pressing into the earth. Shoulder blades are pressing away from one another. Inhale. With the exhale, lowering just the knees to the ground. What happened? Can you guys still see me here? Our screen looks a little different. Just go ahead and comment if you can still see us. Instagram's working good. Let's see. Sorry, guys, we've never had a mess up with our Facebook Live. Can you guys see us? Yes, you can see me. Okay, I'm going to keep going then. If you guys can't see me, let us know. So we're in our supported plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower with the elbows pointing back as the chest lands. Inhale, peeling the chest up for your low cobra, keeping that chin tucked. And exhale, release. Making your way back into your table pose, and then tucking the toes under, lifting hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's fire up a little bit more here. What do you say? Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen through your crown. And exhale, soften. Let's find a couple more halfway lifts. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, soften. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, soften. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up, reach long. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's flow all the way back down. Inhale, circle sweep those arms, reach up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale is your halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Hands plant, and I want you to step just the left foot back. So that right foot is in your runner's lunge. Feet are hip distance apart. Finding that block underneath the left hand, and then just finding some bending and extending through the right leg. Coming back to center and then peeling the arms back as you lift your chest for your runner's lunge, hovering posture here. So this is like your airplane lunge, right? Both feet are grounded. We're on the back ball of the left foot. Hips are level here. Notice if that left hip is starting to pick up a little higher. Try to square those hips. Reach the crown forward like I have a string on the top of your head and I'm pulling it towards the front of your room. With the inhale, rise to your crescent lunge. Arms reach up. And with the exhale, coming back to your hover. 2 more like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hover. Last time, inhale, rise. And exhale, hover. Coming back to your crescent lunge, inhale, arms reach up. And then with the exhale, opening up to your warrior two. So dialing the left heel down, bending in that right knee and keeping that knee tracked over ankle. Let's flow in and out of some warriors here to start moving. Let's flip the right palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extend your warrior by bringing that right hand towards right inner thigh or knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. 2 more like this. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Last full round here. This time, as you reverse, hold for the exhale. Inhale, lift that chest up just another inch. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands down to your runner's lunge. Hands plant, right foot steps back to meet left for your plank pose. Or maybe you find your 3-leg plank by reaching that right leg up. Engage in that right glute. Inhale. With the exhale, slowly lower to your halfway plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Sole or shoelace sides of the feet land. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, in and out. Let's get some movement through the left leg now. So inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale as a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up. With the exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle, sweep, arm reach up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Now we step that right foot back for your runner's lunge. Block underneath that right hand as you take some gentle bending and extending through that left leg. Just kind of getting some movement into the hamstring, starting to warm up the knee joint. Eventually coming back to your runner's lunge, establishing to make sure the feet are hip distance apart, and then starting to peel that chest up, arms pull back, crown of the head reaches for the front of your yoga space. Feel that pulling with the fingertips towards the back of the room and that reaching forward with the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Inhale, arms reach up, find your crescent lunge. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hover. Last 2 here. And 1. This time reaching up for your crescent lunge and then dialing the right heel down, opening up for your warrior 2. Finding a stance that works best for you, making sure the left toes are facing the front of the room and that back edge of the right foot is pressing towards the back of the room. Inhale, flip left palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extend your warrior. Take these movements, inhale to reverse, exhale to extend for a couple more rounds. The next time you reverse your warrior, hold for the exhale. Inhale, lift that chest up just another, maybe centimeter. And with the exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your runner's lunge. Step left foot back to meet right, or keep that left foot lifted for a 3-leg plank. Inhale together. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe you choose your low cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it in. And let it go. Again, in and out. So your body should be feeling nice and warmed up here, ready to move even more. Feel that energy coursing through you. With the inhale, reaching right leg up towards the sky, and then opening up the hip by bending the knee and dropping right heel over towards the left. Inhale, lengthen the leg, square the hip. Exhale, curling the elbow in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen and reach that right leg back up. Exhale, right knee over towards the left elbow. Inhale, reach and extend back up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Last sweep all the way up. Exhale, right knee comes towards the chest for your runner's lunge. Coming back to that airplane lunge, pulling the arms back, and then we'll fly into our real airplane by reaching those left toes up off the ground, peeling your chest forward, fingertips reach for the back of the room. Feel that contrast of extending towards the front and pulling towards the back. Hold for 2 breaths. Make them count, don't rush them. With the inhale, carefully pulling that left knee up towards the chest, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do something a little bit different for today's class. So if you want to take a look in your monitor just for a moment so I can show you what we're going for. We're going to go for a water dancer pose today. So your inhale is bringing that left knee in towards the chest. That exhale, you're going to kick that left leg back, but keep it bent and open your arms up towards the back of the room, chest towards the front of the room. Inhale, bringing the arms and leg back towards the front for that bent knee. Exhale for your water dancer. So keep that 90-degree angle in your left leg as you reach back. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, water dancer. Trying to keep those hips towards the front of the room. Last round here. Inhale, pulling the knee up. Exhale, water dancer pose. Hold here. Face the palms towards the front of the room. Keep that left foot flexed. Use that glute and thigh connection to stay here. And then with the inhale, pulling that knee back in towards the chest and opening up to your warrior 2 posture. All right. So trying something new sometimes is a little intimidating, right? And it takes a couple moments to really understand what it feels like. But I bet you when we do that on the other side, you're going to be a pro. Find your warrior 2. Hold here for 3 breaths. Feel that warrior energy. Make sure those hips are stacked below the shoulders. Breathe in as you press into the earth. So the more you engage here, the more connected you feel. Beautiful. Extending that right leg, bringing the toes to face the front of the room for a wide-legged position, and then slowly hinging forward. Allow yourself to hang here. So we visited forward folds in our little sun salutations, but this is our really first forward fold hold. So I want you to shake the head yes and no. And again, make sure you have blocks on either side of your mat, the front and the end. And then we're going to bend that left knee coming into a skandasana on the left side. So the right heel grounds, right toes point up. And in your skandasana, you might choose that this is a little intense for you. You can place a block underneath the tush and kind of sit on it like so. Or you can just use a little bit more muscular strength and keep yourself lifted here. Hold for a couple breaths here. Maybe that left hand plants and the right arm opens up for a gentle side opener. And then we'll transition into a runner's lunge on the left side. So bringing our weight back into that left foot. Ball of the right toes are at the back of your mat, and feet are hip distance apart. That right hand comes onto your block, and then you open up to a twist towards the left. Breathe in and out here. Try to keep that right hip level with left, allowing that twist to come from the rib cage region of your spine. Breathe in and out. Last one. Coming back to center, placing your block over towards the side, both hands plant, and then we're gonna step back to your plank pose. Rock the heels over towards the left for your side plank. So the hips are going up, right arm reaches for the sky. Breathe in and out here. If this is a little intense, you can bring that right foot towards the ground. Take a deep breath in with me as you lift those hips up. Come on, you got it. With the exhale, return back to your full plank pose. Breathe it in. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Let it go. Again, in and out. With the next in breath, left leg reaches up towards the sky, and then bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, lengthen left leg, square your hips. Exhale, curl the left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen that left leg, back up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Hike it up there. Reaching back up, inhale. Exhale, right knee or left knee to left elbow. Inhale, last big sweep up, stay with it. Exhale, knee to chest, step for your runner's lunge. Setting up your feet, make sure they're hip distance apart. So in pretty much all of our postures, hip distance apart is usually one of the cues. And we'll slowly come back to that runner's lunge hover. So pulling the arms back. Using this posture to transfer you to your full airplane pose by reaching the right toes up off of the ground. Palms are facing down to externally rotate the shoulders, and you're trying to dial that right hip down so that it's not lifting up past the left hip. Flex the right flying leg, hold for one more breath. Inhale with control, pulling right knee in towards the chest for a standing knee posture. Arms reach up. We're gonna go for those funky water dancer pose here. You might need to take another look, and that's totally fine. This is a learning process. Inhale for your standing knee. Exhale with a 90-degree bend in that right leg. Kick the leg towards the back. Arms reach back. Inhale, coming to that standing knee. Exhale, kicking back. Almost like you're trying to get that right heel towards the right glute, but you're not bending in that leg. So you're keeping that 90-degree angle. Inhale, pulling up back to chest. Exhale, water dancer pose. Let's find two more here. In and out. So I've been learning so much about cueing now that I can't really see what you guys are up to. All right, let's find one more last one just because. And find that water dancer pose. Keep a flex in that right foot. Palms are open towards the front of the room. Maybe your gaze comes up. And bringing that knee back in towards the chest. And then opening up and landing in your warrior two posture. We're going to hold in our warrior two once you find it. Again, making sure that you're kind of giving the activity through the feet as if you're ripping the mat apart. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Lengthening that left leg, bringing the toes to face in, and we'll find that wide leg forward fold here. Shake the head, yes and no. So let me know what you guys think of that water dancer posture. Do we like it? Are we going to skip it next time? Let me know. We're trying to come up with as much variations through our classes to give you guys variety in your classes. And it's always good, the times where we get the best strength through our muscles is when we introduce new movements. So just keep that in mind. You got to keep changing things up to really keep the body fresh and excited. Let's find our Skandasana on the right side. So bending that right knee and coming onto the left heel, toes point up. And again, same rules apply here if you want to take a block underneath the tush so that you're kind of sitting in a little bit more of a supported position. Maybe that right hand comes down and left arm opens up for a side stretch. And then we'll come into our runner's lunge. So bringing our hands over towards the front of our mat. And we're on a runner's lunge with that right foot forward, ball of the left foot towards the back of your mat, making sure those feet are once again hip distance apart here. Bringing the block underneath left hand and twisting open towards the right. Making this a little bit more stable by pressing that right heel into the ground even more. Engaging through both legs. Breathe it in. Let it go. Last one. Coming back to center, both hands plant. Step that right foot back towards the back of your mat. Dial the heels over towards the right. Open up to your side plank. So that left fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Again, that left foot can always come down if that makes this a little bit easier for you to hold. As we find our last breath, press those hips up. Exhale, coming back to center plank. Hold here for 3, 2. Feel that warmth in your body. And 1. Hold it. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And with the exhale, let's drop the knees. Find a quick child's pose. Maybe grab a drink of water. So I don't know about you guys, but my body is fired up now. I'm warm. I'm loose. I'm getting a little sweat on, so I hope you guys are too. I hope you're enjoying this class. Take a moment with yourself. Grab a drink of water if you like. Let's come back into our table pose. Take any little organic movements you like there. Tucking the toes under, lift hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe it in, let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale is your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. So our last standing posture is going to be our dancer pose. So we did that water dancer pose where we were kind of warming up that movement. And now we're going to come into our full expression of dancer. Inhale, arms reach up. And then with the exhale, dropping left hand out towards the left, bending the left leg and grabbing onto ankle. And you can grab with an outside grip, so meaning you're grabbing the outside of the ankle, or maybe you're grabbing the inside of the ankle. From here, lengthen upwards, and with the exhale, kick that left ankle into left hand. Use that kicking sensation to open up your hips, keeping a micro bend in that right leg to protect your joints. And the beautiful thing about balancing postures is that they're never perfect. And there's always something to improve on, to master, to learn. Last breath here. And exhale, slowly start to come out, releasing that left foot and shaking out the right leg. Now we get to find that to the other side. So inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, right hand out towards the right. Ground down in that left foot. Bending right leg and grabbing onto the outside or inside of your ankle. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, kick the foot into hand, and hand pulls that foot back towards the body. So using this kicking sensation to kind of propel you into this posture. Try to keep a micro bend in that left leg. Keep the chest lifted slightly. Breathe it in. Let it go. Last one. And slowly start to release. Shake out those legs, shake out the wrists, maybe some empty coat sleeves. Just kind of give yourself any little movements here that kind of relax the body a little bit. So a lot of time in our postures, we're holding these static postures and we're trying our best to kind of engage everything. But we don't often kind of get this little like wiggle almost. So I kind of think of it as like my arms are kind of like spaghetti noodles. I'm just kind of like gently bouncing here. So it's really important to make sure that your body gets a little loose after holding those really tough postures. And at first, you might be like, oh, this is so lame. I don't want to do this, and feeling a little bit of resistance. But just do it anyway. Humor me. All right, let's slowly start to come back to your stillness. Let your body arrive there. And we'll flow all the way back down, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms circle, sweep up. And with the exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale is your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands plant, stepping or hopping back to your plank pose. Let's find some toe taps here. So left foot comes out to the left and back to center. Right foot out to the right, back to center. Let's take this a little faster for 30 seconds. Try to keep those hips level with shoulders. Keep it up. We're at halfway there. Do it for yourself. Do it for the challenge that this is. You are worthy of every challenge. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your center plank and exhale, slowly lower all the way to the ground. Chest lands, one ear to the mat, arms alongside you. Feel your heart beating against the earth. Feel that life force energy being received from our Mother Earth. Finding our locust pose here as our back strengthener. So we're going to flip the palms to face the ground, but keep the arms alongside you, bringing your chin towards your mat so that you're gazing towards the earth. And we'll start by just lifting that chest and arms up off the ground. If it's okay for your lower back, the legs can join in as well. So we're using our shoulder blades pulling together to enhance this posture. So all of this lift is truly coming from that back strength. Keep those palms open towards the earth, reaching those fingertips back as the crown of the head is reaching forward. So this is a lot like our standing airplane pose. Breathe it in to lift. And exhale, soften all the way down. Breathing in and out a couple times. Maybe you windshield wiper feet from side to side. We're going to come into our table pose. You can either do that by just lifting yourself up or follow me in a reverse push-up. So bringing those hands alongside the chest, tucking the toes under. Inhale. And with a forcible exhale, press yourself up to your plank pose and then drop the knees to the earth. Rocking the hips from side to side, or maybe taking a couple cat and cows here. And then sitting back onto the heels, reaching the legs forward. We're going to find our boat pose here for our core connection. So in our boat pose, you can either, we're going to kind of take it in levels. So the first level is just bringing the soles of the feet to the earth and kind of sitting back onto your sacrum. But I want to make sure that you're not rounding your spine. So that chest is still kind of pulling upwards. And to enhance that, you might even bring the palms underneath the thighs and use that to kind of pull the chest forward. If this is super easy and you want to level it up, maybe those feet come up. And of course, the hardest expression of this pose is lengthening the legs and then lengthening the arms up overhead. From here, we're going to take some toe taps. So I'll show you how to do it if you're in this posture here. And we're just going to tap the right toes and then left toes. Right, left, right, left. To make this a little bit more challenging, extend those legs and drop the heels to the ground with pointed feet. Arms can be wherever feels best. To make it more challenging, they're going to reach overhead. And you're almost kind of like doing this little swimming motion with the legs if they're extended. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in towards the chest with the soles of the feet on the ground and just bow your head. Soles of the feet come together, knees flop out for a bound angle posture. Couple options here. You might just bring the fingertips towards the lower back and lift your chest up, or maybe you slowly hinge yourself forward. We'll be here for just a couple breaths, so just enjoy what we got. Enjoy what's here now. Slowly start to come back to center, and then bring the knees back together, lengthening the left leg down your mat, and then bringing that right knee in towards the chest. So I was inspired by Amy yesterday for our seated twist. So if you like, you can keep that right foot where it is or cross it over left leg. You want to engage yourself upwards so the spine is nice and long. And then those right fingertips come towards the lower back as a kickstand as you slowly start to twist and gaze over towards right shoulder. So your inhales is a lengthening upwards. The exhale, maybe you deepen your twist. Again, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. Last one. Coming back to center, bringing that left foot back if you crossed it over, and then dropping the right knee out towards the right. We're going to find a little bit of a seated forward fold here. So again, if you don't really like seated forward folds, maybe you just bring your fingertips towards the back and you open your chest up. If you do like a deeper forward fold, maybe you gently start to bring your attention towards the left toes and creep yourself forward. Wherever you ended up, take a couple deep breaths here. And there's a couple schools of thought for forward fold. So sometimes people prefer to keep a nice flat back and kind of allow that chest to pull forward. Some people like to just kind of soften and round the back and let the head be heavy. Maybe even a combination of the two with your breath. Slowly lifting yourself back up, extending right leg down your mat and pulling left knee in towards the chest. Again, lengthening up. And maybe you choose to cross that left foot over right thigh. Left fingertips come towards the back of your mat. This is your kickstand. This is what presses your spine nice and long. And your exhale is a gentle twisting and looking over left shoulder. Once again, inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale, twist. So the more you move with your breath, the more benefits you start to receive in your postures. Find one more inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center. If you cross that left ankle over right, go ahead and bring it back. And then let that left knee drop out towards the left. Again, taking any version of this seated forward fold, maybe keeping the chest up or slowly creeping yourself forward. Once I find my forward fold, I kind of got to like pick up my right glute off the ground and place it back down. So this is a little bit more comfortable for me. And again, maybe you want to keep a nice flat back, or maybe you just want to kind of humble down and over with a rounded back. Find whatever suits you best. Slowly starting to come all the way back up, and then extending both legs long and finding a slow and controlled journey all the way to your back. Once you're there, arms reach up overhead. Find a full body stretch. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Dropping soles of the feet to the earth, crossing right ankle over left thigh for your figure 4 posture. And either choosing to remain exactly as you are, or maybe you interlace the fingers behind left thigh and pull the shape in towards the chest. Wherever you landed, make this yours, make this comfortable, make this enjoyable to your body. I like to incorporate a little bit of rocking from side to side. I try to bring that lower back flat on the earth. So notice if you're kind of curling in and try to keep that nice flat back on the earth. Let's take that to the other side, bringing the left and right foot back down to the earth, and then crossing left ankle over right thigh. Taking whatever variation works best for you here. Breathe in and out of this posture. Incorporate any movements that feel good and try to keep that lower back on the earth. And releasing out of this posture and choosing one last pose for the end of your class. Maybe that's a reclined bound angle, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out. Maybe extending the legs up towards the sky for your waterfall pose. Another favorite of mine is Happy Baby, grabbing on to the soles of the feet and kind of pulling the knees in towards the armpits. But again, trying to keep that lower back on the earth. So don't let this curl you up. Try to keep a nice long spine. I like to rock my baby a little bit here. Maybe even opening into a straddle pose. We did get our wide leg forward fold in, so it should be maybe super approachable for the body at this point of your class. And as you find your last couple breaths, let this take you into your final resting posture. And we'll close our practice together here, laying down. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Reestablishing this connection. Remembering once again that you are all things. You are a part of the collective. I am the mountain rising high. It's the way that I survive. I am the seaside. I'm the waves. I'm the one that makes you cave. I am the spirit. I'm the source. I'm the roots. I am the dust. I am the road, long and hard, running out of my heart. Mirror, mirror, tell the truth of the old ones and the youth, all the things we're hiding from ourselves. Mirror, mirror, show me now, what will I become and how? For now I'm just the mountain. I am the mountain. Together we build this ecosystem. Some of us mountains, some of us valleys. Together we make up this earth. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. Again, inhale and exhale. Slowly start to return back to center. Bringing the hands over your heart and inwardly say this to yourself. I am the spirit. I am the source. I am the spirit. I am the source. Let's seal our practice in with the sound of Om, taking a cleansing breath to prepare. And for Om. 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 Thank you all so much for being a part of this ecosystem. And without you, it would not be the same. And without us, we would not be able to experience love unconditionally. The great spirit that resides within my heart bows to the great spirit within yours. Namaste. Thank you guys all so much for being a part of our live Mystic Fitness flows. We had a little bit of technical issues on our desktop, but it seems like the live was fine and working. So once again, go ahead and comment what you'd like to see on our next class. Tomorrow we have Kelly Spencer for our Barkin live class, power class. So we look forward to seeing you guys all there. Take care and namaste.